Hello dear students, in last lecture we have discussed about the significance of determining the sanitary quality of drinking water. What are the importance to determine the sanitary quality of water, or what important it is to determine the sanitary quality of drinking water. So in this lecture we will discuss about the sources of exceeded pollution in water. Normally in case of water microbiology we have to discuss about the different fecal indicative organisms which can be used to determine the sanitary quality of drinking water. So in this waste from the domestic water from the domestic waste, it is nothing but a water from household use released to the river after primary use of that water, and it contains different organic inorganic molecules which are released from the household use. It contains waste from the kitchen or also from the bathroom. From industry, it also release a water after primary use, whether that industry is leather industry, tanning industry, from dairy or dye industry. It contains the different pollutant from that particular industry in that wastewater, and it is again directly released to the river or lake. Sometimes some treatment are given to that wastewater, or sometimes directly released to the inwater. Agricultural wastewater, it is nothing but a surface water in rainy season. Rainwater normally run or surface runoff water directly enter into the river or lake, and it carried out different waste or pollutant which are present on the soil with water in that particular environment, including the human excreta too. Household wastewater, it is nothing but a waste from the household use. It is again released to the waste or river. Open defecation is again another cause of exceeded pollution. In case of India, normally we are from 4 to 5 years we are normally controlling this open defecation system. So that's why, but sometimes it also acts as a source of contamination of exceeded pollution of water. Daily activities of human or animals, which also acts as a source of infection or exceeded pollution of water. Excess flood is again another cause of exceeded pollution of drinking water sources. So these are the different causes how water sources are contaminated with the excretal matter. In this diagram, we will discuss about the how the water sources which are present are contaminated by human activity as well as excess flood or human activity. So this is nothing but a how water sources are contaminated by different activities. So bacteriological indicators of exceeded pollution. In this lecture we have to discuss about the some bacteria which are used for the indicative organism to determining the sanitary quality of water. In routine analysis of water, pathogenic organisms are not detected to determine the sanitary quality of water. It is due to as it requires at least 24 hours to obtain result from the laboratory. In last lecture we have already discussed, for each and every sample of water we require different types of media, different selective media, lots of instrument and glassware, and it is nothing but a quite difficult to analyze each and every water sample. So that's why, or for growth of organisms we require at least 24 hours to obtain result. So it is quite difficult. So pathogenic organism again entrance in water occasionally. Sometimes after collection of water sample from particular reservoir to the laboratory, sometimes occasionally different infections or unwanted organism may enter into the water samples. So we can get a false positive result. They do not survive for long period of time in water, leads to false result. Sometimes due to excess pollutant which are present in that water, it kills the microorganisms which are present in that water. So it also leads to the false positive result or false result. Every pathogenic organism has specialized taste and required specialized media which has for analyzing each sample, we require a specialized media and specialized test to confirm that organism, whether it belongs to, whether it is Escherichia coli or it is a Shigella species or Pseudomonas species. Okay, so for each organism we require a specialized test and specialized media, and can be escaped through detection by analytical procedure if present in small number. In case that organism present in the water sample is small number, so sometimes due to this complicated procedure or lengthy procedure, these organisms can be escaped from this test, or occasionally we have collecting a representative sample of particular reservoir, so sometimes they may escape from collecting a particular water sample from the water body. So these are nothing but a drawback how each and every sample cannot be processed. So that's why we use a few indicative organisms of fecal excretion. It is well known that certain bacterial species, particularly Escherichia coli and related organisms considered as coliform fecal streptococci, that is Streptococcus faecalis and Clostridium perfringens, are normal inhabitants of large intestine of human and warm-blooded animals and are constantly present in their faces. We normally say normal flora of human being as well as animals, and it contains different types of intestinal microflora including Escherichia coli, Streptococci. So these are nothing but a normal inhabitant of large intestine. Also different organisms are or you can say animals, they also inhabit different organisms in that intestine like Clostridium perfringens. So these are nothing but a organisms which are normally present in the large intestine, and as they present in the large intestine, they normally present or found in faces of that organism. So thus the water sample showing the presence of any of these bacterial species in water evidence of fecal pollution of human or animal origin. So if we considering these organisms are normally present in the intestine of that organism, and if that organism are found in the sample which we have collected or processed in laboratory, so normally we can say these are water samples contaminated with the excreta from animal or human origin. So in this regard, we have to discuss how the indicative organism can be used to determine the scientific quality of water. Indicating the presence of intestinal pathogens are likely present as they present in the feces. So if indicative organism we have detected in the water sample, we normally say that water sample is contaminated with the fecal matter. There are three indicator organisms of fecal pollution. Normally, indicative organisms are nothing but a representative organism of that particular organism or intestinal flora, as that they may present in the fecal matter from that particular organism, and if they found in the water sample, we can consider they as a contaminated with the fecal excreta or feces of human or animal origin, and that indicative organism are Escherichia coli and coliform group of whole. Coliform organisms are nothing but which are present in the colon or intestine. So these are nothing but a representative organism. Streptococcus faecalis, these are nothing but a fecal streptococci, and Clostridium perfringens are these are nothing but a indicative organism we normally use for determining the scientific quality of water. Bacteriological indicators of excretal pollution. Coliform organism. These are nothing but a indicative organism we normally use. So the coliform organism include all aerobic and facultative, anaerobic, gram-negative, non-sporing, motile or sometimes non-motile rods, lactose fermenting with formation of acid and gas when included at 30 degrees Celsius in incubation period of 24 to 48 hours. It is nothing but a characteristics of coliform group of organisms. They are either aerobic or sometimes facultatively anaerobic. They are gram-negative organism, motile or sometimes non-motile, sometimes or always we can say non-spore forming. They are lactose fermenting or with formation of acid and gas. These are nothing but characteristics of coliform group of organisms. Coliform include both fecal and non-fecal coliform organisms. Sometimes we are normally talking about the fecal contamination, and that fecal contamination contains some sort of organisms which are present in the human intestine, Apart from that, some organisms which are coliform organism, but they normally present in the soil, and that organism, if found in that water sample, we can say it is nothing but a water sample that contaminated with the human excreta. Apart from that, that organism are normally present in the soil. So that's why it is nothing but a confusing test, or it makes a false result. So that's why we have to distinguish between the organism whether it is fecal origin or non-fecal origin. Fecal coliform group includes only one organism, that is Escherichia coli, whereas non-fecal group includes organisms Enterobacter erogens, Klebsiella pneumoniae and Citrobacter species. Though they are coliform organisms, apart from that, only Escherichia coli, that is E. coli, is considered as a fecal organism or indicator of fecal contamination. Apart from that, Enterobacter erogens, Klebsiella and Citrobacter species, which are again a coliform group of organisms, and they are considered as a non-fecal origin of organism. So if they found in the water sample, we can say that organism are from the non-fecal origin. Laboratory examination of water for pathogens is difficult technique and was developed for the demonstration of bacterial species of non-excretal origin, particularly coliform. So distinguishing for fecal and non-fecal coliform, a special technique has been developed to distinguish between these coliform and non-coliform group of organisms. And the technique was proved satisfactory, and so coliforms are called as an indicative organism. And that technique found to be more successful. It minimizes the load on the different with respect to the use of different media and instrument. Apart from that, it also gives a result within a short period of time, and use number of organism or use number of water samples can be analyzed by using this indicative organism. So this technique can be normally used for the determining the water quality. What are the ideal characteristics of coliforms? How we can normally say that organism is a coliform group, and what are the ideal characteristics of organism? Coliforms are constantly present in great abundance in human intestine and also in the excreta. As we are normally talking about coliform, they are normally present in the intestine. As they are present in the intestine, they are normally present in the excretal or excreta or feces of human matter. And if that excretal matter is entered into human water sources, that organism will present in the water sample. So they can be easily detected by cultural method as compared to the pathogenic organisms. As compared to the pathogenic organism, they are easily can be cultured by simple methods. They survive for longer time than pathogenic organisms, as pathogenic organism require specialized taste and specialized media. Apart from that, that organism survive for longer time in water samples. So chances of false negative result here we can minimize this. Coliforms are resistant to forces of natural purification than waterborne pathogens. So they are resistant to water purification process, so that's why they normally present in the water sample. Again, pathogens can't survive for longer time in the water sample as they require special nutrition. So they kill or they can be vanished after some time from the water sources. So we can also get a negative result. So that's why we have to use this coliform group of organism as an indicative organisms. Assumption was made if coliform were found in water, the water is supposed to be contaminated with fecal matter of human or animal origin, and the water is not potable. So on the basis of all these aspects, they are easily grow, they can live for longer time, they are present in the intestine as well as in excreta. So on all these ideal characteristics considering, these organisms are considered to be indicative organisms, and with respect to that, a special technique is developed to determine the sanitary quality of drinking water. And if that organism are found in that water sample, so that water sample is considered to be a contaminated with the fecal contamination, and we can say that water is not suitable for the human consumption or not potable water. So it is nothing but a basic idea about how the ideal characteristics can be used and how different techniques are used for determining the central quality of liquid.